There's a romance blossoming in Emmerdale this week between Matty Barton and Amy Wyatt, but things are complicated. Amy's ex is none other than Kane Dingle, with whom she shares a son, Kyle. Another of her recent exes was Kane's eldest son, Nate, who cheated on her last year with Kane's wife, Moira, who just happens to be Matty's mum. Incidentally, Kane and Moira are now rekindling their own relationship. I hope you kept up. We're here to explain exactly what's going on. It's Ash Palmisciano who plays Matty. Young man, what is going on? I'm confused.
What is going on? You did very well there, Lorraine. That was an education.
It's a maze, isn't it? It's an absolute maze. I mean, it's great that you can see that they really like each other, and they know each other, they're friends and all of that. So, there's the shorthand of being pals. But it's really difficult, isn't it?
Oh, it's a complicated web of lots of different factors there. And it's such a shame because Matty is really smitten with her and, really, really thinking this is going to go somewhere. And of course, like all good soaps, there's lots of complications and different factors getting involved. But yeah, hopefully it's going to go smoothly. We'll have to see.
We'll have to see. It would be good. He deserves it. He deserves some happiness, don't you think?
He does. He's been through a lot. It's been a crazy couple of years for him back in the Dales. And he's now finally struck up this beautiful friendship with Amy Wyatt. And they're so close. They really connect. They're in similar positions in their life right now. And it's just one of those really sweet relationships where it's sort of formed over a friendship. She's had a bit of a rough time with guys. She's not always been treated very well. So I think Matty is just the sort of nice cheeky chap that she needs in her life right now.
Exactly. He's a lovely fella. And that is what every woman needs. And also the fact that he's got a better relationship now with his mum, because that was really sticky at the start. But they've worked it out.
That's right, Ray. So basically, when he came back, he had a bit of a shock factor. Obviously, he's transgender, he's changed his gender, he came back. She was obviously shocked, to say the least. There was lots of conflict, but actually, she's really stood by him, and their relationship is really lovely. And as much as they argue, and he doesn't necessarily approve of what she has to say a lot of the time, he loves her very much, and they're very close, which is great.
No, it's really good. And what sort of reaction have you had to the character? Because I know when we talked when you first joined, and actually, on the whole, it's been really good.
Yeah, it has. Do you know what? It's lovely to chat to you because you were the first person that I ever did an interview with, and I just got into the soap, and I was super nervous about what was ahead and what was going to happen. But actually, you know what, Lorraine? The reaction has been great. As we know, if you put yourself out there, you're always going to attract a troll online here and there. Sure. But actually, the positive letters that I've received, the comments from people has been absolutely overwhelming. And it's exactly why I wanted to play this character. I wanted a positive representation. I wanted someone to feel like there was something out there that they could relate to. And I've had some lovely comments from parents that are going through similar things. So it's just been great.
Oh, it's really good. And to see something so positive, this is what's so important, isn't it? I mean, we've got Annie Wallace in Hollyoaks, we've got Tyler Luke in Holby, and it's so important. They're just people getting on with their lives, They're just people getting on with their lives. And that's so good. And it can spark a conversation, which is really good too.
That's right. And actually, no, Tyler, I did a play with him a few years ago. So it's great to see him doing so well. But yeah, exactly. It sparks conversation. I think, we're all used to putting soaps on while we're having our dinner at home. And I think that's what soap's really good about. It sort of creates conversations for people to chat. It makes it all seem, usual and not something to be scared of. And I think they do that really well. And also, I think something I've always been really passionate about with the character of Matty is, although there is that storyline there, it's just a regular guy in this soap. And obviously he's got this lovely budding romance that's hopefully about to start. And, he's got his job and everything else going on. And it's not really the sort of main factor of who he is. It's just a part of him. So That's great.
No, that's what's really important, isn't it? It's just like I was saying, it's just characters getting on with their lives. And of course it's a soap, so it's going to be pretty intense. But they are just getting on with it. Like everybody, you know, that's all we're all trying to do. And it must be so great to be back at work. You must have missed all the gang. It's like they're your second family, aren't they?
It's amazing. I can't tell you, Lorraine, how happy I am to be back at work. I mean, obviously I feel quite lucky, and I know people have had all sorts of terrible times during this period. And I feel very privileged and lucky that, you know, my family are well, and, you know, I had a job to go back to, because a lot of actors, of course, you know, are completely out of work right now. So I felt super lucky to have a job. But yeah, it's great. There's only so many jigsaws and walks I could go on, Lorraine, to be honest. It was getting to the point where I had to get out of the house and get back to some sort of routine and normality. You know, my poor mum, bless her, she's still shielding. So I'm looking forward to seeing her when we can see each other properly. But yeah, I'm just so happy to be back at work. Yeah. It's great, and everyone's fantastic. You know, they're a great team. I'm sure I've watched a few interviews from my fellow castmates who all echo the same thing. You know, it's a lovely group to be around, and everyone's lovely. And yeah, I think we're all just happy to be working.
Absolutely, and I hope you're going to be there for a very, very long time. I mean, has it not already been well over a year that you've been in there? Is it not?
Yeah, you know, it's been well. It's getting on to 2 years now, I think, nearly.
Wow.
Which is crazy, because you know what? When I signed up, it was just a 3-month contract, and they were kind of like, you know, we've got this idea for a character, and you know, we'll see how it goes. And to still be there, you know, 2 years later is just amazing. And before, obviously, I was doing this, I was doing any job I could. You know, I was an elf at Christmas. I was a full-time peasant at Warwick Castle. So when I got this job, I was so grateful. So hopefully it continues.
I bet you were the cutest elf. I hope I can find pictures of that. I'm going to see if I can.
No, let's not do that, Lorraine. Let's get over that.
Oh,
should have said that.
Well, listen, we love, of course, I love to watch Emmerdale. It's a cracking show. It really is. And all the best to you. And, of course, we shall see what happens in this extremely, extremely complicated love. It's not even a triangle. I can't even describe it like that.
Yeah, I don't even know what shape it is, but it's going to be crazy, and it's going to be lovely to watch. And
yeah, we'll be there.
It's going to be a great thing. And happy anniversary to you as well.
Oh, thank you, gorgeous. Thank you very much indeed. Cheers, Ash. And Emmerdale, of course, continues tonight, 7 o'clock on ITV. Don't forget, you can watch full episodes of Lorraine on the ITV Hub, and all the best clips, compilations and playlists right here on our channel. Just subscribe now and you'll never miss an upload. Click here to watch another video similar to this one, or click here to head to our channel's homepage to explore all of our exciting videos.